Welcome to Devotional Daily. Today is January 11. Our title is The Battle Belongs to the Lord. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Exodus 14:14. Exodus chapter 14 is one of the most extraordinary in the biblical narrative. Here, we find the heart of the Exodus story and the Lord's gracious deliverance from bondage. From the initiative to its realization, the entire project is an act of God. Israel's redemption, however, is not fully complete until Pharaoh's ability to take them back is entirely destroyed. Outside of Egypt, pursued by the relentless approaching oppressor, the former slaves see no way out. The Red Sea lies dead ahead. Mountains to the right and left, and behind them the formidable army led by Pharaoh himself. Israel is trapped, terrified, and in despair. The people begin to murmur, "It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness." Such is the human reaction, typical of those who have long lived under the yoke of oppression. But who among us at one moment or another hasn't murmured, considering in moments of despair the relative safety of Egypt to be better than the distant promised land? And so, our need for deliverance goes deeper than external escapes. We also need spiritual and emotional deliverance, freedom from prisons that condition and intimidate us. In our extremes, however, the promise is that God will fight for us. How? Consider the order given by the Lord to Moses in verse 16. "Lift up your rod, stretch out your hand over the sea, and divide it." Very simple. Why hadn't anyone thought of this before? Simple? Simple for him who sits upon the throne of power. Who else could ever imagine that this was even an option? Making a path through the sea? Who could imagine such a way out? Have you reached the limits of your strength? Have you reached your Red Sea? Take heart. When fear makes us focus on circumstances, we become irrational. Faith, however, focuses on the one who can change all circumstances. The possibilities of his impossible acts know no bounds. Using forces under only his command, he can execute his sovereign will in the blink of an eye, if need be, even making a path through the sea. It's no coincidence that he is called in the scriptures the Lord of hosts.